Hello, welcome back to my bench. Today we got something simple, a little quick video here. This is a driven element for a 940 to 960 meg dish antenna. And it says down here it's from Mark Antenna Products Incorporated, an RSI company. Out of South Wolf Road, Des Plaines, Illinois. There it is. And if we look at there's the number. It says, there's the frequency, and it is 940 to 960 megahertz. And by the part number up here, which is P-9A72GN, I know it's for a 72-inch or 6-foot dish. These things sometimes get water in them, even though they are pretty well sealed, and that's what we're going to do. We have one we believe might be in problem right now, so we're going to take this one apart. The way these things are built, this little thing right here is the driven elements inside of there. It's clamped down with this. It's basically a copy of this over here, but it's clamped down. There's an O-ring in there. This protects it. It's plastic. Well, I don't know what it is. Probably it's some sort of plastic, and it's to keep water from getting into it. But as we say in the business, water will. Period. So you take that loose over there. Then you come down here and you unscrew these guys. And you can pull the whole mess out the bottom, and we'll see what's in there when we get it open. I got too much junk on the side of my bench that you can't see here. Alright, so let's try this first. Got to be kind of careful, of course, because it's this thing is, it's rugged, but it wasn't very tight either. These are rugged, but they're not impervious to stupidity. There we go. See, there's the driven element. It's just a copper piece up here, cut specifically for the frequency that you need. And if you look down inside of here, can we see where it's attached down inside? Yep. So we need to unscrew that. I believe. Yep, there it comes. So we unscrew the driven element. That's all there is to it right there. And now this is open, and our little O-ring is pretty well smashed, but I think I'm still going to go get one. Want to check and make sure that this end doesn't have any boogers up to it. It does not appear to. And you really want to check in here to make sure that there's no gunk in there that can let the water get past when this is clamped down. Anything you can possibly do, and check inside there to make sure it's nice and clean. Anything you can possibly do to mitigate water, do it. Because, like I said, water will. Period. Just will. No matter what it is. Alright. Now we can take this end off. Down here. Four little screws. Want to be careful. Make sure you keep the lock washers. Although these are split washers, which are virtually useless. But the whole world uses them. is way over here. All right, so now that we got that done, we should be able to get this loose down here and just pull the entire mess out. There we go. So now we just got the tube and we got the basically hunk of coax that just is connected down here, right there, to the center of the end connector. It's not even a special end connector, it's just an end connector, which is connected through this little piece right here. See it? And it just slides in the end of there, called a bullet. And the whole thing is isolated from this tube by these little plastic rings that go around the basically piece of the, it's not even coax, it's just a piece of metal that is the transmitting center of the coax. It's just like a big transmitter. You've got this almost the same deal, except it's about that big around. The center conductor's about that big around, and the outside's about that big around. So, and it's separated in those big ones by these pieces of plastic, and the ends where they connect together in the end, just like this is, are silver where they go together. And sometimes we even have to replace the silver, do electroplating of the silver back onto the bullets. These are called bullets. So, how's this O-ring look? It's been mashed on there pretty good. We can see it here. Let's see if I can do it better this way. There we go. It's pretty flat. I don't know if you can see the ridge. There's a ridge on one side, yeah, right there. There's a little ridge around the inside. That's not good. So this does require new O-rings. They're not the same. Well, they're the same physical outside. No, they're not either. One is just the tiniest bit bigger than the other. And the holes are bigger. So I gotta go get O-rings for this. This one also has had the O-ring has been smashed here. You can see there's a tiny little lip right there, if you can see it. Anyway, there's a little tiny lip, and that means that it's been smashed. So I need to go get new O-rings for this. Anyhow, good physical inspection. It all looks good, very straight. Nothing scoured or bent. I don't really understand why. Maybe somebody out there can tell me, but I don't understand why they did this. Why they went from a little piece to a big piece and back to the little piece again. Maybe, oh wait, I'll bet you that they use this standard chunk right here, this piece, where my fingers are, for the standard size antenna, and then they have to add this much for different frequencies, and then this much at the end is a standard piece. So this will be your tuning. They slide this in and out for the amount of tuning that they need to do internally. That's just a guess, a wild guess, I don't know. It might just be because the length has to be longer for different lengths of 4-foot and 6-foot dishes. I'll bet that's it. I'll bet that this is just the extension piece needed to make it a 6-foot dish rather than a 4-foot dish. Because this would, right now, it's comes out to here, but if you took this piece out, then it would come out to there, changing the, well, for lack of a better word, focal length of the dish down from 6 foot to 4 foot. I bet that's what it's for. Okay. I don't know. I could be wrong. Then we look at this guy and make sure that it's all nice, and it is. This is the driven element. It's in good shape. Okay, so everything appears to be in good shape. Now I got to go get some. Got to go get some O-rings. I'll be back. Okay, hello, we're back after a quick trip to the hardware store. Actually, 2 hardware stores. I found these O-rings. Now, if you remember that other one of them there looked like it was a flat washer, but I checked in the book and it's not. I bought a few of each just because. Anyway, the one looked like it was flat. It's not flat. It's supposed to be an O-ring. It just got mashed flat. That's for this one over here. So basically, there we go. This one fits perfectly in there. And we see it's right exactly where it's supposed to be. So that'll work. And then this guy fits down right inside of there, like that. And this goes over the top, and it's perfect too. So lucky, got them both, and they're like, it was like $5 for 3 of each. No sense doing anything halfway on this. Get the good ones. Okay, so, and we are going to make it even a little bit better here. We're going to put some RTV. This is GE number 2, Silicon 2 Plus. That just a little extra because, like I said, this thing's going to be 600 feet in the air, and we don't want to have to go redo it, if you know what I mean. Tell you what, let's stick this in here first. It fits perfectly, of course. This O-ring, don't forget to put the O-ring on first. Then slide this over there. Then put, let's see, make sure the O-ring is centered, and it is. We're going to give it just a tad bit of RTV, just a little bit around there to make sure that it sits and is waterproof as humanly possible. There we go. Just a little bit. And make sure that thing is satted. Centered perfectly. And put a screw in it. If I could just hold on to the thing, that would be good. All right. There's one started. There's 2. Don't tighten them down. If you do, you're going to have to loosen them up. I mean, all this stuff is pretty well made. And, you know, really tight tolerances, but it ain't perfect. Now, you know, I'll bet I made a mistake here. No, I didn't. Alright, so now we got to get a little widget, technical term, straighten this guy out in here so that he's lined up inside of here, so this guy will screw in. We do have a little play down on this end because there was a slip joint in there, or a bullet as we call them. So as you can see, it's off a little bit, but I can easily just move that right up dead center like that. Give us a little RTV here. Like that. A little bit here. And I'm not talking about a big gob here. I'm just talking just enough to coat it nicely. About like that, if you can see it. I don't know if you can or not. Seat that down on there really good. Seat that down on there really good. Make sure that make sure it's centered, and it is. Get the little dry blob here off of it, and give her a tighten down. Now, you don't have to, you know, you don't want to be a 300-pound gorilla on this. Just more than just a little snug is about all you need. You don't want to tighten this thing down. So the trick to that is don't hold your wrench out here. Hold it way in here so you can feel, because if you're out here, it feels a whole lot different. There, that is snug. And this one is screwed down. And there you go. We have fixed up one of these guys. It's all good. I looked down in the barrel. There was no water or anything inside of it. It was nice and clean. Everything else it's welded here. I mean, nothing you can do about that. But that's good. Now when we put it up, we will probably take a tape, and well, there was some tape on here, see? We'll take tape and put it around here, and or this stuff that we have, or maybe both. We have this stuff that's it's kind of like tar, only it's thicker, that we mold over things like this and squeeze it all down and make sure that it's good. It's just a blob of this stuff. Then you wrap it with tape, and then that tar keeps the water out of that end. This end, there's nothing we can do about it, though. I mean, it's just water will. Anyhow, there we go. There. If you ever wondered what was inside of one of these, now you know. It's not much, but it's a clever design, and it's just an antenna. Hey, thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit the like button down there. I like the likes. Talk about it if you got anything to say, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell so you know whenever I make another one of these things. You never know what I'm going to do, because it's always something different. Hey, I might be cleaning gutters next time. Thanks for watching.